Hello. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, longer. I'm lonely when I'm alone. Happy. Alexa, stop. God, I love that girl. I love her so much. She listens so well. Yes, I'm in a sassy type of mood today. Come on in, guys. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. How we doing? Are we good? Come on in, guys. I'm going to talk about comfort zones real quick because I am guilty as charged. Never been charged. Well, never been charged for that. Let me have a sip of coffee. It's about to get pretty heavy. I'm going to admit something. I'm going to point fingers at myself today. Ooh. Yes, I will. I will play the blame game with myself. I'm guilty of not stepping out of my comfort zone when the opportunity was right in front of me. Well, it was offered to me, and I said no. I'm gonna talk about twice that happened, and thrice. I'll talk about it thrice. There are many more. Okay, here we go. Yesterday, I did an interview with Thinkific, which is supplying the technology I use for a large portion of one of my companies, Branding YOUniversity, and they have an amazing technology. Here we go. Not the topic at all. The topic is things happen. Magic. Yeah. Well, that's what in the subject line is, right? Or in the title. So, magic happens when you step out of your comfort zone. But it should have been more appropriately named to step out of your comfort zone and never stop stepping out of your comfort zone. Because when you're comfortable, it ends. When you're comfortable, you die. Oh, that was bold. Give you some examples, guys. First of all, something kind of I did an interview with Thinkific yesterday. Thinkific is an educational course platform. I didn't only create a course, I created a university using their course technology. I plug it into my system. Yes, Branding YOUniversity has its own servers, but we need that component to host the courses, to download the affiliates and plug them in with an API. Without going into all that stuff, it's a crucial component. So they can see the sales coming in, they can see the affiliates coming in, and they could see the affiliates growing every day. Because geometric progression, y'all. To make a long story short, kind of just like anywhere I go. Anywhere I go, success seems to follow me. I get some opportunities, okay? I get some opportunities to speak, to get exposure, there you go, to be featured. And they chose me I didn't know this. Well, they let me know. There's 100,000, over 100,000 course creators in their system that they pluck through and they select to interview. And they offered me the opportunity to be interviewed. And some of you may or may not know, it's where Lewis Howes started. I followed Lewis Howes' path, kind of like he did with his LinkedIn course. I did it with Twitter. I followed his path because it was the one I could relate to the most in his beginning story. So I was honored, but I was scared. And I was scared. Yeah, I don't know if you guys think I get nervous, but I was nervous. I was scared to do it yesterday. So, out of my comfort zone once again. I don't know if you guys think I'm comfortable on this, but I have issues like anyone else. Not anymore with this stuff. Sorry, guys. I'm way too comfortable with you guys. But when it comes down to being featured on that kind of stuff where the great ones have passed through. The great ones, yeah, for sure. So I stepped out of my comfort zone. Mind you, I was pretty good. I was prepared for it. I was prepared for it through stepping out of my comfort zone for literally 4 years when it comes to public speaking and that kind of stuff. So it was pretty friggin' crazy, guys. I guess it's their YouTube live. I could see the numbers on different platforms, and the students just started piling in. I was talking to Nadia Sabrati yesterday because, thank you, Nadia, for thinking I looked confident. I did not feel confident. But bottom line is, got me out of my comfort zone. It's going to make for, it created amazing results on the night. It's going to be great syndicatable content, obviously. I mean, when you do an interview, save it and syndicate it forever, especially an interview like that. You got to document that part of your journey. But what's more importantly is that it trained me a step further into stepping out of my comfort zone. Couple of things that I said no to in the past that I will revisit, okay? I had an opportunity to speak in Toronto in front of 1,000 people. It was a leadership event. This was about 3 months ago. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't talk to all of you about it on social media because I was embarrassed that I said no. I had no reason to say no. None. Except for fear. Out of my comfort zone. I couldn't step out of that comfort zone. 1,000 people, 1,100 people was a little much. And they were paying me for it too. So I couldn't do it. And I kicked myself because I saw the videos of the event after, because what was included in me speaking was amazing footage. So I haven't contacted the person back because, well, I'm sorry. Sorry, Robert, if you're watching. I made up an excuse, so I guess I just admitted to it right now. It was my fear. So if you're watching, Rob, I'd love to do the next one. That's one thing. That's one of them. Another one was I use Webinar Jam and Webinar Jam for webinars, and I was approached by, this would be, I want to get your name. Rocky. Thing is, people see your numbers, people see what you're doing, they see statistics. I was approached to do a Webinar Jam interview almost a year ago, because I've been doing courses for a while, been inviting to webinars for a while. I was invited to be interviewed by Webinar Jam. Just like Thinkific, these are huge deals, especially for resyndication, and more importantly because the people that are leading this game have walked through that path, and the path opens up for me to basically follow their footsteps. It's like, here you go, Mark, there's the red carpet, come on, the carpet's ready for you. And I said no. That one would be, who would be the people that walk through those interviews? Anik Singhal, Russell Brunson, Brendan Burchard. Same interview, same system. I saw their interviews, and I'm like, holy crap, that could be me. And I said no. Okay? What did I miss from that one? So I'm going to contact them back, though, because my numbers are higher, and they haven't contacted me back. So when you say no, you rarely get a second chance sometimes. So you got to step out of your comfort zone, and it will never be comfortable. It'll never be comfortable. I'm kind of like, here's what happens when you step out of your comfort zone. It transforms your brain. It transforms you. It's almost like when I do negatives in the gym, or I do HIIT, high intensity interval training. It really hurts at the beginning. Oh, it hurts. Even if you're just working out for the first little bit, or you stop for a while, but then your body gets used to it, and it's like second nature. You kind of need it. You need it not because you don't need it like a drug. Well, kind of. You need it. No, it's not true. It's not true. Well, maybe a little bit, because it does get your adrenaline going, and it does pump you up, and it does make you hungrier after that. But it's literally shaping you into a different person. It's molding you into a different person. And the things that make you uncomfortable in the future are bigger things and bigger things and bigger things. So if you're comfortable in any way, do something that'll make you uncomfortable. You got to find something that'll make you uncomfortable. For me today, it's reaching out to some super big leaders again with my updated story. My updated story is pretty intense, right? I mean, well, I don't know. Some of you may have heard it. I just recorded it not that long ago. Talks about homelessness. Talks about a lot of stuff. I was very reluctant to put it in my story. First of all, for sure. Took me a long time to get it in there, and now that I recorded it, I was hesitant to send a new version out. The first version was just cookie cutter. 21 jobs by the time I was 25. Computer programmer, found network marketing, ended up doing online marketing, and branded myself, and the rest is history. Here I am, a 7-figure earner. That's pretty well it. But in the new story, I go deep. I go with defining moments. Well, the new story's been on paper for a while, but I never sent it out to big leaders. Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, and Lewis Howes as well. Lewis Howes is the one I'm going to send to today. So that's out of my comfort zone. It's out of my comfort zone. Tom Billier, I'll send it to. They've all gotten emails from me regularly, so I'm sure they see them come in. Or maybe not. Probably not. But with my story, I'm going to keep being persistent with that, hoping they open it up and see that I have over 200 pieces of content, and hopefully just start digging. Maybe they'll see something they like. If they don't, I'm going to keep going. And is that out of my comfort zone? Oh, yeah. I mean, if I ever get an interview with Gary Vee what the frick am I saying? When it's time, not if. When it's time to do an interview with Gary Vee, I got to be ready. I got to just do it. I will never, ever, ever be ready for that kind of stuff. But I just got to do it out of my comfort zone. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to send it out to all those leaders, my story, and I'm just going to see what happens. And if nothing happens, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it again. If nothing happens, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it on a monthly basis. Or what should I do? Weekly? I'm going to do it monthly. Like clockwork. And this has to do with comfort zone. Just sending that out is out of my comfort zone. The new story, just sending that out is out of my comfort zone. But I'll keep doing it. And I'm not going to, instead of increasing the frequency of how many times I send it, I'm going to send it like clockwork once a month. And I'm going to increase the frequency of my success, or the size of my success. So it'll be the same email going through, or the same message going through, except my success will be higher. And my pitch will get crisper, and my pitch will get better. My script. Well, yeah, of course. You got to create a pretty clever script to just get through the gatekeeper and get to these guys, right? So that's out of my comfort zone. Another thing, just one quick example about another comfort zone break that I said no to was my first wake-up call on a platform. The first time I was asked, I made an excuse and said no. Then when I just kicked myself in the ass, but they asked me again and again and again. First time I said no. First time I made an excuse. Second time, it took me a while. I said, can I do it maybe another day? So I didn't say no. So I was pushing myself, guys, like you couldn't believe, to get out of that comfort zone. And then I scheduled for a certain date. That was the one where that was my first wake-up call ever in 2015, where it was how to get from rags to riches in 10 minutes a day, where I talk about the homeless man's story and the affirmations. And after that call, I was like, oh my God, Mark, why the heck are you not getting out of your comfort zone more often? And I've been doing it more and more and more. And it's completely related to two things. Mostly changing you. Changing you. Confidence goes up. You're ready to tackle more things that are out of your comfort zone. And it's your income and your exposure. I mean, in our game, right? But in general, just getting out of your comfort zone makes you a better person. Makes you more confident. All the noise, the useless noise, is kind of irrelevant after a while. So this was a rambling one. I actually just pushed record. I didn't have much of a subject or record. Hello, live. I just wanted to put it out there. And what are you doing today? What are you doing today that's out of your comfort zone, that puts you out of your comfort zone? What are you doing today? If you're not doing anything that puts you out of your comfort zone, create a video, do a Facebook Live, and talk about comfort zones. Talk about how you're uncomfortable doing a Facebook Live. Use this topic if you want to. It's a great topic, and you're in the moment of the topic. So that's what I'm going to leave for you today. I don't know if it was content filled, but it's what I'm feeling right now. And a lot of this stuff is going to be what I'm currently feeling. Yesterday was so out of my comfort zone, and I did it. And now today, oh, and by the way, I pushed them a little more. I'm going to tell you guys because you're my close friends. I talked to them afterwards, after the interview, the Thinkific guys. The Thinkific, Thinkific, the course creation platform that I use with the people who conducted the interview. Patty and Rob, shout out if you're watching. And I'm going to say my deal here if I do it, because I'm put it out there. But I got no problem. There's a little interlined lesson here too. Maybe it should be saved for another live. If the door's open for you, if someone opens the door a little bit, instead of just walking in quietly, why don't you just kick it down and walk right in? Hey, if there's an opportunity, you got to try to get in there as much as you can. So they have Lewis Howes on their homepage, right? Doing a testimonial. The perception of being beside leaders like that to the outsiders, if you're right beside Lewis Howes, it's pretty crazy. I want to be beside Lewis Howes on the homepage. So I made them an offer they couldn't refuse. I said, if I hit $1 million in my store, we just basically started it with that platform. If I hit $1 million with that store this year, can I do a testimonial and put it on the homepage beside Lewis Howes? You know what they told me? They go, yeah, come on over to Vancouver. Just hit $1 million. That's no problem, by the way. Come to Vancouver. That's where they are. They're in Canada. Come to Vancouver. We'll bring you in the offices, and we'll film it with our camera crew. I'm like, it's awesome. I'll do a little tour of the headquarters down there. It'll be a cool day. So if I wouldn't have asked, right? So it's awesome. It was, and that all comes out of stepping out of your comfort zone. So when I contact Webinar Jam, the next ones, I gotta walk through the footsteps of where the great ones have walked through, right? Gotta follow those footsteps. Success leaves cues, y'all. Cues. It does leave cues. Success leaves clues, y'all. So I'm gonna leave you guys. I gotta get some work done. We're at 20 minutes. I have no idea how that happened. I really rambled today. Hey, you're going to get some rambling. I don't know if there's any gold interlaced in the rambling. Probably not, but probably. I'm going to rewatch my own live like I always do. I love watching myself so much. Not. Have a happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, y'all. I will see you guys on social media. Bye-bye.